Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be covering over the best decks from the Late Night Series number 42 event. This event had over 300 players with some amazing decks featured in the top 8. So how these videos go, I basically offer my opinion on the top 8 decks, explain what they can't do, all that stuff, and really it's just more of a moment to celebrate and share exactly what's going on with the Late Night Series, which is the largest online Pokemon TCG series period. So it should be absolutely awesome. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe, put that notification bell on. Let me know in the comments what your favorite deck from the Late Night series are. Do you play in the Late Night? Do you want to play in the Late Night? Let's spark a discussion. Even saying hi is really cool. The lists are available in the description for the Late Night series events. So I'll catch up with all y'all into this video in a second. Let's get it. You are now watching Zach Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Here you have it. This is what we got going on with this event. Lots of players, like I said, over 300 players who played in this event, but there was only 8 players that made the top 8. We're going to be jumping into number 8 at Matthew, that was playing Arceus, V-Star, Inteleon. Super plain Jane vanilla deck, but that's cool. Sometimes that wins. So you're going to be using Arceus V-Star in order to use Trinity Nova, accelerating energies onto your Arceus V-Star, attacking, and when there's enough damage on you, you just go Charon's Care and loop into another one. You just use Inteleon and Drizzile to search through whatever you want in the deck. And of course, there's a Dunsparce in here for good measure in case you run into a fighting type deck. Nothing really special about this list, but these lists hardly ever look special. I'd probably go with 1 Collapse Stadium, 2 Path, but maybe with Regigigas it's better to go 2 Collapse, 1 Path. I think everything about this list is fine. I might want to have a second Melanie if we're just not having a Raihan or something in this deck, but honestly I think they had a very solid build to this deck, so really no complaints there at all. Really cool deck, so shout out to them. We are going to be moving into number 7. Number 7, Bird Boy 2000. Bird Boy 2000 playing Arceus V-Star with Crobat VMAX, a Zapdos, and a Raikou, and a Miltank. So kind of like an Arceus Toolbox deck, except they're going with the Heavy Dark for the Mew VMAX matchup, and Raikou for Palkia. I want to check out their matchup spread to see if they were able to accomplish that feat. Everything else, they're just going to be accelerating energies like an Arceus V-Star deck onto these various Pokemon, and attacking with Max Cutter on this Pokemon to knock out Mews and stuff like that, or they're going to be attacking with Geller and Moltres to get energies back, or they're going to be attacking with Raikou because you're weak to Lightning or you have a full bench, and Miltank can just win against some matchups, so that's cool. Overall, I'm looking through here. I don't know how I like a Turbo Patch. It's a weird card that I don't know how I feel about. Don't know how I feel about 2 copies of Trekking Shoes. Very interesting build overall. Definitely some things that like I'm just not sure about, but I really do think it's a definitely a unique deck. I do want to. What's their matchup spread? So they beat Sylveon, Darkrai, Dialga. They probably beat Dialga because of the Miltank. They lost to Blissey Miltank. They beat Durant. This. They lost to Urshifu. That makes sense. They lost to Palkia, so maybe the Raikous aren't enough. They only played the Palkia once. That was a best of 3. Honestly, I've had best of 3s where I just double dead draw, so it happens. So shout out to them. Don't know if Raikou is going to be super effective. We're going to move on to Evan Campbell playing Turbo Dialga V-Star. If anything, I think this is a very similar list, if not the exact same list that won the last Late Night series. The goal of this deck is to use Mew Celebration to grab a bunch of item cards, really searching through your deck and basically going Metal Saucer eventually onto Dialga V-Star. You're able to draw cards with Crobat and and pitch cards away with Radiant Greninja, and really just make this deck super turbo. I go back and forth on this deck, and there's a lot of text that I may or may not want to include in here. So I mean, it's still one of those emerging turbo decks. I think the lists are going to be very similar, although there might be things where you just play 2 Marnie, some might play 2 Marnie, 2 Avery, whatever. I think this looks like a pretty solid list for this deck. Still trying to understand the matchup spread. They went on a 7-1-1. Not sure why they tied the last rounds. Not advantageous to tie the last rounds because they would have made cut either way with a 7-1 record. And they ended up losing to Palkia twice. So maybe this deck just loses to Palkia. Should be noted. There's also no out here to Miltank, so that's something else to note as well. We're going to be moving on. Speaking about Miltank, here is Blissey Miltank up in here. Blissey Miltank's going to be using Blissful Blast to do a lot of damage based off the amount of energies you have attached. You can use Radiant Greninja and things like Trekking Shoes to discard those energies and get them back. And if your opponent has something like Evan's Turbo Dialga deck, you will just have Miracle Body that stops them in their tracks. So Miltank can definitely just stop some of these matchups and straight up win. We see a lot of Blissey Miltank seeing a lot of success, so it might just be a hot pick for upcoming events like Milwaukee, or I mean, I guess this is posted after Milwaukee, so NAIC. It's hard. I'm filming this before Milwaukee, and I have to post it after Milwaukee just based off my content schedule. I think this list looks really good. I don't think there's really too much that I want to change here. I really like players are playing very similar lists at this point to Blissey Miltank based off the success. I think this continuously shows that it's successful. I do want to look at the matchup spread of this one because I'm really interested in this deck. Beats Turbo Palkia, lost to Dragapult, beats Regigigas. That's really surprising to me. I'm not sure how. Maybe I'm missing something. What a weird bunch of decks. They lost to Reggie's. That makes sense to me. And then, yeah, I mean, they had a really good phase 2. I mean, they had a really good everything, and then they lost to Blissey Mirror, so that's fine. We're going to be moving into another Blissey deck. We're going to see exactly what's going on with this one. This list, again, looking very similar. I think this one has Crushing Hammers. That last one did not. Really not too much of a difference between it, but I think this looks cool. I like Crushing Hammers. I don't know if they're necessary. It might be better to play more heal cards, but we'll have to see where that difference is. I want to see where their matchup spread went. So they went 7-1-1. Palkia. They beat Reggie, not sure how. Maybe they just had a little bit of a bad start. I could probably ask Cal personally. Beat Mew, maybe by path, lost to Mew, that makes sense. They beat Samurott and Teleon, that probably makes sense. Tied against Blissey Miltank, not sure what happened there. They beat Dialga, they beat Palkia, makes sense. I don't know how they're beating the Reggie's decks. That's honestly something that I have to figure out. Maybe, does anyone have any idea on why they're beating the Reggie decks? Let me know in the comments below. Then they lost to straight Palkia. So, I mean, maybe this deck does well against Turbo Palkia. I think a lot of decks are countering Turbo Palkia. Overall, great job to Justin as well. We're going to be moving on to Daichi S. Playing a Palkia, V-Star, Inteleon. So not Turbo Palkia. The goal of this deck is to search whatever you need with Inteleon and all that stuff. Inteleon line is pretty self-explanatory by the time we're getting to our top deck here, one of our top decks here. Palkia V-Star is going to be using Star Portal to accelerate energies to various Water-type Pokemon. Subspace Spell does 60 plus 20 for each bench Pokemon on both sides, so it could just hit for a lot. And I mean, you can see that this one's teched out a little bit. Cross Switchers, Melanies, Averys, all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, that part's really cool. You can go, I don't know why they play one Battle VIP Pass, because you don't have a Lumineon to search out the Irida, so you just have to draw Raw into Irida or draw Raw into Battle VIP Pass. I think I'd probably change that up, but everything else here looks really, really cool. And yeah, shout out to Daichi. We're going to move on to another Daichi. Both Daichis playing Palkia V-Star. You can see that this list little bit different. They're going with 3 Battle VIP Pass, 1 Irida, no Lumineon. A lot of really Battle VIP Pass in this list. I still need to figure that out on why. I mean, it's definitely helpful when it works. So again, if I'm playing Irida Battle VIP Pass, I'd probably want to play Lumineon to guarantee it, but maybe there's a reason why they're doing it, and I'd love to know that reason. Playing the 1 Rare Candy is cute with Irida. I don't hate that. I think this list looks really strong. A lot of these lists looks very strong. I do want to see how their matches went. So they played against Malamar. They beat that. That seems to me like it would probably be difficult, but maybe their single prizers say otherwise. They were able to beat other Daichi. Cool. They lost to Arc and Teleon. They beat Reggie. They beat Arc and Teleon. Palkia. I mean, they had a really strong day where they only lost to Arc, Intel, and Mew. And then they went, I'm not sure why they didn't ID the last one to Mr. Mighty, playing Blissey Miltank, but whatever. Dialga thing, and then lost to Dialga. So interesting. Maybe Wade Days' list is different, but we will definitely see what's going on. There we are in the winner, Wade Days, playing Turbo Dialga. We can see that their list is a little bit different with the Pikumuku, the Zacian, and some different tech choices overall here. Not going with the cross switcher plays. this just might be the way. Vegetation gives you another attacker that could potentially be used and accelerating energies. So I really like how this list works. I mean, it's something that I'd want to change for my own list. Again, we've already looked at this archetype, so I just want to really look at the matchup spread here, see exactly whatever is going on. So they had an 8-1 Swiss finish, beating Arc Duraludon, Palkia V-Star. Let's see what the Voodoo Child was playing. They were playing Raikou, Turbo, Mew, Jolteon, VMAX. Interesting Lightning Box. They lost to Mew, which I think is probably a matchup that's unfavorable for this deck in my experience. You have Arcanteleon, Palkia, Ice Rider. Yeah, I think this deck would destroy Ice Rider. Ice Rider, Speak to Metal. Arcanteleon. Lots of Arcanteleon. Reggie, lost to Algamir, lost to Blissey, beat straight up Palkia, and then ran through Arcanteleon, Palkia. So shout out to Wade Days for seeing all this success, and I really appreciate everyone who's played. If you are looking to try to sign up for these late night tournaments, they are right there on the front page. You can see upcoming events. All of our events are lined up for every single Tuesday, but as you can see, I do run late night specials that can just happen really at any given time. I just pop those up whenever I'm really feeling like running extra tournaments. So that being said, let me close things off and I'll catch up with y'all real soon. And that's what we got going on for our video today. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video and learning more about the late night series. Again, all y'all should play late night series every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We also run late night specials and stuff like that just randomly pop up on Limitless whenever we're feeling like running another tournament. So again, thank you so much to everyone for watching this. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you think of it. I'll catch up with all y'all later. Peace out and have a great one. If you're looking for a great deal on some physical Pokemon TCG cards, you can head over to atlascollectibles.com or atlastcg.com. Type in whatever cards you're looking for. So Arceus V-Star is absolutely hot right now. Let's search up Arceus V-Star. You can see they have a great selection of cards and it's continuously getting new stock all the time. And we can add these to our cart. You can see I already added one to my cart. So when you're going to check out, you can use code ZLasage8. Use that code and you can save off your order. That was $4.80 of savings just off of an Arceus V-Star. It's all in Canadian pricing and they do shipping across the world. So by all means, check out atlastcg.com, atlascollectibles.com, and use code ZLasage8 to save on your next order of physical Pokemon TCG cards. Check out ptcgeostore.com, the best place to get Pokemon TCG online codes. There's a lot of selection available, and I have a discount code available for the website as well. You can pick up any kind of cards, just going up here. You can add them to your cart in any quantity that you need to get the cards that you need. And you can go to the discount code right over here, and you can put in code ZLasage5 to save 5% on your next order of codes. Are you trying to get better at Pokemon TCG? Well, if you are, you're in the right place. I have coaching at metafy.gg/@ZachLasage. That link is in the description, and you pick up a coaching session from me and book it on the website. I likely have availability this week, and you can see exactly what my availability calendar is at any given time. I offer training plans to help players get ready for any of their upcoming events, including getting all the way to the World Championships, or you can pick up a one-on-one coaching session from me and learn the game at your own pace. I offer a variety of opportunities for players to get better at the game, and it's one of those things where there's a lot of players who I've turned into regional, international, and even a world champion along the way. If there's anything that shows, I have an FAQ on the website, so by all means, check it out and get better today. I'd love to help you on your Pokemon journey and be absolutely amazing to see your growth. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.